Hey guys, this is Jaden here with Tech XL. I'm here to give you a little bit of a holiday smartphone guide towards the major smartphones that came out this year in 2014. This list includes the iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, the new Moto X, the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and last but not least, the Nexus 6. Now, just a disclaimer, first of all, I've not used any of these devices personally, so these are just my opinions based off of specs and other videos that I've seen. And second of all, these are not the only major smartphones that have come out. To list a few that are not on this list, the LG G3, HTC One M8, Sony Xperia Z3, Oppo Find 7a, the OnePlus One, and various many others. Alright, now let's get going on to the main part of this video. This is basically going to be a spec overview real quick. Then I'll get to who would generally be the kind of people who you would want to give these phones to. Alright, starting off with the iPhone 6. This is Apple's latest top-of-the-line iPhone model. It features a larger screen than we've seen before on an iPhone with a 4.7-inch Retina HD display, 1334 by 750, yielding a 326 pixel per inch count. And under the hood, we have the 64-bit architecture Apple A8 chip, along with M8 coprocessor, 1 GB of RAM. And on the home button, this guy features the Touch ID fingerprint scanner, which you can use to unlock your Apple device, or you can now pay using Apple's mobile payment system, Apple Pay. This guy, if you order today, comes with the latest iOS 8 firmware, iOS 8.1.2. Alright, moving on to the iPhone 6 Plus. This is basically a larger model of the iPhone 6. It has a 5.5-inch Retina HD display, 1920 by 1080, yielding a 401 pixel per inch count. This guy under the hood has the same 64-bit architecture Apple A8 chip with M7 coprocessor and 1 GB of RAM. This guy also features the Touch ID fingerprint scanner, and also, if you order today, comes with the latest iOS 8 firmware, iOS 8.1.2. Alright, now we are moving into the world of Android phones. Starting off, we have the new Moto X. This guy features a 5.2-inch AMOLED display with 1920 by 1080, yielding a 423 pixel per inch count. Under the hood, this guy has Snapdragon 801 chip with 2 GB of RAM, and on the screen is Android 4.4.4 KitKat. Alright, now going to Samsung's latest and greatest, the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. It has a 5.5-inch Super AMOLED display right on the front, yielding with 2560 by 1440, yielding 515 pixels per inch. Under the hood, the Snapdragon 805 and 3 GB of RAM. And on the display, you will see Android 4.4 KitKat, but be warned, it does have TouchWiz, which for me and for some others like me does ruin the experience of Samsung products. Alright, next we have Google's cooperation with Motorola to create a device specifically to feature and show off the latest and greatest version of Android. We have the Nexus 6. This guy is huge. 5.9-inch AMOLED display coming in at 2560 by 1440, yielding 493 pixel per inch. Under the hood, you have a Snapdragon 805, 3 GB RAM, and on the screen you have the latest and greatest Android 5.0 Lollipop, stock Android, straight out the box, 5.0 Lollipop, and will continue to be first in line for updates. Alright, now going back to the iPhone 6, the person who I would recommend this device for is generally any normal person coming from an iPhone. It's really just the most versatile smartphone you can give, because most people these days are using Apple devices just because it's Apple. But it's not that great on paper, I will say. It's not that great on paper, but the real catcher is the iOS experience on the software side of things. Moving on with Apple, we have the iPhone 6 Plus. This is for anyone with slightly larger than normal hands. Even if you give it to someone with normal hands like me, it'll still work fine. It'll be slightly uncomfortable, but the fact it is flat does not help it, even if they have the right size hands for this. Alright, next to the Moto X, it's a real good all-around smartphone to give to someone. I would personally give it to anyone, basically anyone who has normal sized hands, maybe coming from a previous generation Android device. I mean, even if you're coming from last year's Moto X, for some reason, like you terminated your contract or something, it's still a great device, because Motorola makes some pretty high quality, pretty good devices. Alright, the Samsung Note 4 is not a device I would normally recommend. It's kind of ruined. The premium feel is, on previous models, it has been pretty tinsy feeling and feeling really fake and try-hard almost. But, the TouchWiz experience is really what kills it for me and for just the general people I hang around with, that, even some that use Samsung products on a day-to-day basis, it's just not that appealing to most people. Now, it's a heavily re-skinned version of Android. Really, it's kind of in your face and change everything so you can't recognize it. So that's why I generally won't recommend it. But anyone with, slightly larger than normal hands that love Samsung products, just shove another one in their face, I guess. Now to the Nexus 6, it would be a much more common recommendation for me had it not been 5.9 inches. If you do not know who MKBHD is, he's acclaimed to be, by some, to be the greatest tech reviewer on the internet. But he noted in his review that it was the only smartphone that he's used before that actually doesn't fit in the cup holder in his car. That's just to show how big it is. It's really big. Personally, it's what I am going to get, hopefully, for my first major brand smartphone. But still, if they have, slightly larger than normal hands, it will be alright. Larger than normal hands will feel a lot more comfortable. I know I do have small hands, but actually I do prefer larger phones. And if you know someone, and if you know they prefer larger phones, go ahead and get this for them. Preferably someone who's coming from another relatively close to stock Android experience, or even a previous Nexus device. The advantage with Nexus is, first of all, you get the latest and greatest version of Android right out the box. Android 5.0 Lollipop. Currently, it is officially the only one to officially have Android 5.0 on their device. Now, there has been a developer version released for the Motorola Moto X, now on Android 5.0, but it is only a developer version. That means have to be registered as a developer, and it's still pretty rare to get a developer version. But if you really want to try, if you currently have a 2014 Moto X, and if you really want to try, go ahead. If you do get the Android 5.0 Moto X version, share down in the comment section below. Don't be scared. Alright, Now, just to wrap up real quick, this is a general overview of the majority of major smartphones that have come out in 2014. Only 5 of them. I actually have to go real quick, so I'll say goodbye. Go ahead and subscribe if you like the channel. Check it out. I'll have more videos coming up about more things. If you want some other holiday gift guides, go ahead and tell me down in the description down in the comment section below. Excuse me. If you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, or even just hit the like button. Go on. But I'm going to be reviewing more tech as it comes out next year, because most of the tech from this year is already done and out and has been reviewed, so I won't review it again and just throw more reviews in your face until mostly the Apple Watch comes out in spring 2015. I will review that, and I will also do some coverages on the Apple Watch before it comes out. Alright, that's all I have today. Thank you for watching.